Hey guys, EBPMAN here, and today we're going to take a look at Airtame. This is a wireless projection solution. Let's check it out. So have you ever been in a situation where you're trying to get your laptop, desktop, either your phone, your tablet to connect to a video device to show a presentation? I've run into situations where you either have a bad HDMI cable, don't have the right cable because a lot of the newer laptops don't have the outputs and now require special dongles, and it could be really frustrating. This also could be applied to any kind of home use. Being able to connect regardless of device type, Android or iOS, phone, laptops, or tablets, Windows desktops or laptops, or even an iOS device or an Apple device for that matter, could be a challenge. So Airtame, it will solve that for you. It's a dongle that's going to allow you to connect any operating system, any device to a video device, be it an LCD screen, a projector, whatever you're going to be projecting to, you can connect it. Let's try it. Now in the box, you're going to find a micro USB cable that you're going to use to power the Airtame. A dongle that's going to be able to extend the airframe from the TV or the projector that you're projecting to, because you may have a tight fit, so you'll want to make sure you have this with you. The Airtame itself, which looks very much like a Amazon Fire Stick, a Roku TV stick, again, a lot of the HDMI type solutions that you see today, a user guide, and then your power brick. Now the Airtame itself is a pretty straightforward device, as you can see. This end goes into your TV, obviously, or the HDMI connector. It does have a little connector here for your USB, micro USB power, which could come from the device itself because it only requires 1 amp. And then on the back here you have this reset button that you can use that is going to allow you to reset the factory defaults if you press and hold this. So pretty much that's all there is to it. Now connecting the Airtame is relatively trivial. Once you connect it, you power it up, you just go to a desktop and you are able to find the actual Airtame solution, and then you configure it. Now one thing to note is that it must be connected or configured initially with Wi-Fi, so you do need some type of Wi-Fi access, and this would work fine in a guest Wi-Fi scenario or in a standard Wi-Fi scenario, so you have some flexibility there. Now what you see here is I'm connected to my network, and you'll notice that it's provoking or communicating that you should download an Airtame app, and that is an app that's available for Android or iOS, and it's also available for your desktop, Windows, and Mac. So I have that connected to my network, and I have it on my Mac. Let's see how the connection process works. Now on my Mac, all I'm going to do is hit the start button, and what you'll see is my screen will immediately appear on this monitor. Now, a lot of options here. So for the most part, a couple things I just wanted to mention is that the resolution, the max resolution for the Airtame is 1080p, not capable for 4K. Now, as you're using this, this is really designed to be a business solution. So this is for someone who's using PowerPoints, who's going to do, in a business scenario, needs to communicate some type of video. Not really for a multimedia scenario like to connect and give you wireless streaming for your home media solution. So let's see how it performs though as we look at one of my videos. Now from my website, I'm going to go ahead and choose this video to play, and I'm playing it on the Mac, and just looking at like what kind of performance is coming across, and the performance is pretty close. I'm not seeing, you can see maybe, no, I'm not really seeing any stutter at all, so that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and maximize this to see how that looks. So there, I'm seeing some latency there, and you can see it's taking a couple seconds. It's already showing on my Mac. It's actually been showing for quite some time. Let's see if it catches up or syncs up. And you can see how it's having some trouble as it's catching up. So really, as we look at video, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, as you can see here. So PowerPoints, if you're looking at collaborating with the Word document, if you're using a WebEx, Zoom, I think that this is going to work well. But you can see how there is a slight stutter taking place between my Mac, which is literally just 5 inches away from the Airtame, and the Airtame itself. So let's look at another scenario. So I went ahead and minimized and stopped the video, and it took a couple seconds just to catch up. So it was almost like if it was buffering or bringing the information over. I'm going to try hitting play again, and here I can say that at this size and this resolution, it's staying in sync pretty much, so not a problem there. Now what we're going to do is going to stop this, and we're going to just go to a different website and see how it performs. All right, so here I'm going to bring up CNN, so we're going to go ahead and hit this link, and I'm just looking to see how it's performing, and I'm doing this off from the PC, or in this case my Mac, and it's keeping up. I see no issues with the screens coming up to date. That looks good. Let me go ahead and click on one of these links and see how that comes up. That comes up fine. So performance is staying well. It's catching up, or not even catching up. It's in sync with what's going on in my Mac, which is good. So definitely this is something that it's going to work well in those sharing of PowerPoint content, and again going back to like the business use, not for streaming video. All right, so now what I'm doing is streaming directly from my iPhone, and these are pictures that I took while at CES 2018, and I'm just going to go ahead and click through some of the photos of the things that I took when I was down there, and to see how well it just updates itself. So there is a view of Toyota at the conference. I'm going to go over to LG, and you see LG. Now let me show you what kind of response time I'm getting. So I'm going to put the phone kind of in view so you can see this, and we're going to choose a different photo. We're going to choose, we'll do Starbucks. Taking a little bit, and now it came up. So this should give you a sense of the type of performance, how fast it's going to switch from screen to screen. Not performing super duper fast, but you can see how the connectivity is working and is giving us an update on our screen as soon as we choose the image on the screen here. So what do I think about the Airtame? Well, it's really targeted towards the business person that is going to be looking at PowerPoint presentation, Word documents, nothing that is really media, I would say, intensive. You saw how the performance was with YouTube. You saw how the performance was with even pictures. So if you're looking for something that's going to give you a lot of flexibility as a business person, or even if you're in a classroom setting, this may be something that you'll want to consider. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.